you want the tea, come get it seriously. Talk about your favorite web series. Alright, here on Seriously.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Seriously Podcast. I'm Mary.
I'm Brittany.
And you guys already know what we're doing now. We are still continuing our recaps of Bigger Season 2 on BT+.
Today we're jumping into episode 207 titled I versus We. There's a lot of that going on in this episode. So we need to see how they navigate, how single life you and relationship you is different. And how do you accommodate that when someone's talking that we? What's going on? So we're going to jump into that right now and let's get into the episode. So it's been weird since the wedding between Deon and Layne. Okay, you know, Deon came to Layne saying, you know, I'm trying to make this a thing. I want us to be together. Let's be real. And Layne said, I don't want any parts of this. Let's just be friends. So he said, get on the bus. And I want out of here then. So, but Layne claims that this new boundary has helped her. Like it helped her like see things more clearer. And but you can tell like Deon is like still struggling with it because he's obviously still has feelings for her. Yeah. Right, exactly. So the crew is all at Deon's house, you know, helping him move his stuff for him to become an Airbnb as he goes to an Airbnb. And so everyone's like, what is the point of that? Like, why didn't you help any of us to, you know, stay with us? Like, it's just like, aren't we friends? Like, what is going on?
Right,
so
you are not alone, honey.
Right, you are not alone. And I love, like, Deon, like, sat and thought about, like, what would it be like if I stayed at each of their house? Like, if he stayed with Vince, 7 a.m. is a party.
Too loud.
Too loud. Can't do it. Mm-hmm. If you stayed at Veronica, too loud. Sex every other day. Not even discreet. I'm on an interview and you're having sex, okay? Not doing it. Tracy, too loud. No sense of
boundaries. She knows no boundaries. She didn't even knock on the door when he's in the bathroom. She's just walking in.
He's like, he knows that would be the scenario. So it's like, no.
No place is safe.
No place is safe. And all accurate. I agree with him 100%. That's exactly what would happen if he stayed at each of their houses. So it comes to a point where Layne is just like in a different world, he would stay at my house. Like, why would now be any different? But obviously they have this history now, so it's a little weird, but she's trying to touch back into what it is. Exactly. So he starts to think about, what would it be like me staying in Layne? Oh, we could be getting it in. All right.
Yes. He's excited. He's like, I'm down for this.
But let's do it.
So Veronica, she made breakfast for Ken, and it was a struggle for her. She hasn't done this in a while. She probably never did it. Who knows? Because men don't stay in her house like that.
No.
So she like, you know, don't get used to it because Mama is busy. She does not have time for this.
Exactly.
But Ken, he over here thinking that he struck gold because he's like, listen, I got this woman here who is getting honored. She's being honored for her hard work. She's at the top of her game, and she could also throw down in the kitchen. You know, she's a unicorn in his eyes, and he has no plans on leaving this woman. Like, it's a week now.
I had to put on the subtitles. I said, when did Ken start speaking French?
That's what I said.
We can separate. We can add a movie theater and a gym to the house. We can add on. Whoa.
Relax.
Calm down. I don't even know how long you're gonna be in Atlanta.
Yes, I barely know you. I knew you in college. This is what, like 10, 15 years later. We don't know each other like that. We're completely different people now.
Talk about it.
So this we that you're speaking of, men don't understand that.
I'm not comprehending. So it kind of got her a little shook.
Yes, he was scared for her.
Yeah. But he wants to, reassure her that like he's in it for the long run. Like if I buy a house or you buy a house, it don't matter. I see us both in it. Like I see a future with us. It's us against the world.
He's very fast and furious right now. Like, pump your brakes, baby boy. Pump your brakes.
Fast enough. Yes, he is.
We went on like 2 dates. Like, relax.
Relax. He's all planning a floor plan to her house.
Her house.
Her house. He's acting in the movie theater and gym. But then he also says, I don't know if he peeked, he was like, we don't need a nursery. So I wanna put a pin in that. You don't know what's going on at home.
I was very like, what is he talking about?
You are not on the HGTV network. What are you in? Who? Okay, just put a pin.
I need subtitles for him because I don't understand him.
Yeah.
Too soon, sir.
Too soon. Slow it down.
Tracy, she's riding with Aaron on the way to the airport because he's going to go visit family. And, she tells him that she rented out his favorite restaurant. And he's thinking of something low-key like Denny's. She wants to celebrate his birthday. And she's like, no, what? It's like some lavish rooftop restaurant that, got the whole 9 yards. And he's kind of over that scene. Like, he's letting her know, he confessed to her, he communicated to his woman, like, I'm ready for the next chapter of my life. Like, I want to walk away from basketball, and the lights came to action. Like, I'm done with that. I don't want that anymore. I just want peace. That's what it was giving me. Like, I just want peace.
Yeah. It gave me, my knees ain't doing it like it used to. I can't keep these young boys. I can't do it. My back hurt. I'm out. He want to retire.
He is tired.
He's tired. At all. I feel like he's really sincerely a low-key guy that got wrapped up. His talent obviously took him to high places, but at the end of the day, he's just a low-key guy, not into the lights, camera, action. He did it for a tech, but now he's like, I just want to chill. Okay, so Deon's trying to impress Layne with get his sexy on, working out, but he's stinking up the house. It stinks.
She don't like that.
She said it smells like prison and feet. And that is a smell I never want to smell.
Yeah. I don't know how she knows what prison smells like, but
I could just imagine. I could just imagine. So he makes her breakfast, and and Layne she's in her home. She's comfortable. Like, I'm gonna chill. You're a guest in my home. So she got her mask on. She got her hair out, looking crazy, and it kind of got him like, whoa, what's that about? Because like, you're not my man, so I don't have to like make sure I'm looking cute 24/7 for you.
And even though they've been friends for 10 plus years, like, it's like he's never seen this side of her.
Yeah.
He's her absolute like true self when she's either with her girls or by herself.
Yeah. Which is like, so that's a question, like, how, when you're in a relationship, do you, or like even first dating, how long do you have a timeline as far as like when he can see you in your bonnet or like no makeup, or like what is your thoughts on that? Like seeing your true.
I'm very early on. Like, first of all, I don't even wear a bonnet. Not to shade like anybody that wears. Only wear it when I have like box braids, because that's the only thing that can hold a bonnet for me. I wear a scarf. So I have no problem like being on a video call with my scarf on, no makeup. You interrupted my me time. So if you want to talk to me, here I am.
Got you. I feel like I don't know if it's bad, but I feel like a lot of women do it too. I don't show my true self like too early on. Like, I have to be comfortable where just I don't care. Huh?
What's too early? Like 2 weeks in, a month
like
in?
The first phone call? Like,
oh no, not the first phone call, but definitely probably like 2 weeks in. Like
2 weeks in, how many dates have you been on in those 2 weeks?
How many what?
Dates.
How many dates? I would think at least 2 or 3.
Too early.
Nah, that's not too early.
Give me a month.
Damn.
I mean, if he's
it's not fair that, sorry, it's not fair that guys can be like in their do-rags in a tank top and we have to be all glammed up for them. Like,
but guys don't wear makeup and stuff.
But they be looking crusty.
Cause they still look good. They can still look sexy, like chilling. But like for me, like, and it's just something like for myself, maybe I just don't feel like the sex. If I want to be like sexy, want to not impress, but like, I don't know. I just feel like early stages, like I feel like something to just be left to the imagination until like y'all in a relationship where it's like, okay, yes, I'm comfortable. This is my man. I don't care. But like those early stages when you get to know, you still want to keep that mystery, that sexiness, so you don't fall into like that homegirl box, which you can't. Like if you like, I'm gonna be trying to look cute for me, like, or like you still want to keep that like, hey, I get someone, you know. So they have this awkward breakfast. And, you know, but Layne's heart, her blue heart's fluttering. The butterflies, the fluttering, the feelings are still there. No matter how long she puts up this act to say, oh, I just want to be friends. Stop. You love this man.
You do.
You love this man. So they start talking about like the stresses of work and life. And Deon, like, oh, is there anything else going on in your life? Alluding to like dating. And she's like, no, I don't have time for that. But that can change. And that was clearly an undertone of, I don't know what the future will hold between us kind of thing. It was a vibe. It was a vibe. So, you know, maybe they could try again. So I feel like he felt the door was open.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Layne gets to work looking cray-cray, and she tells Liberty, you know, she got Deon living in her house. And Liberty is happy because she's like, oh, you got in-house peen. That's girl. That don't come around often. So get with it.
Shout out to you.
You living your life. But Layne is like, I'm not even going there with him. So Liberty ends up setting up a dating profile for her, and I think she has like, is it 3 mini dates that she had at a coffee shop?
Yeah, it was 3 people in 24 hours. I said, what app is this? Because you can't even get one date in 24 months on these apps. And that got me real upset. Because she was on a date with some good looking men. And I said, what app?
She sure was. And I'm like, was Liberty doing all the talking for her?
She had
setting up these dates? Because I already know if it was Layne.
They wouldn't. I don't know. You have to, Layne, you to know her, you gotta love her. It's a very quirky personality. Very quirky.
Yes. Well, we love Layne, but we just
love her. She gets awkward. There's just this word vomit. It's like, what are you talking about? It's just like, what?
Word vomit.
Yeah.
Because first dude, she was clearly feeling him, like loving his lips.
Yeah, very with the good lips.
She got nervous. We know when she gets nervous, word vomit.
Forget about it.
She just starts telling things that does not need to be told.
What are you talking about?
For example, she tells him immediately, I'm celibate.
We're on the first date. He said, check, please. She said, we're in a coffee shop. I still want the check. I'm gone.
Yeah, I don't want to talk to you anymore.
But listen, he did her a favor, because what if they went on a couple dates and then it came down to what she really feeling him? And then he would have left her high and dry when she had feelings. So, bye, Barry.
He did do her a favor, but it's the fact that she just feels the need to just spew out the first thing that's on her mind.
Right. You were talking about pandas and then celibacy. So, where the transition? I don't know.
Yeah. The second dude, creepy as hell, and he was trying to make it known that, you know, his next mission in life was to end her celibacy.
Yes, he was. He said, "Oh, I never did that before."
She's like, "I'm ready to go."
Yeah, horrible.
The third dude, he obviously did a good job because he made it all the way to her door.
Yes.
And, they're, you know, trying to make plans for the next date, and they end up hugging it out. Deon walks out of the house and sees this, and immediately Layne starts acting guilty.
All right, but
taking off her mask to speak. Girl, what are you doing? She's like
why? Why? But can we talk about how Deon came outside like somebody's dad? Like,
yes, we can.
Watching a little girl come home from her first date with the beer, like, go inside. And it's funny because last episode we were talking about how Layne was the mom and now Deon's the dad. This episode, like,
yeah, and Deon has never given me the energy of like I should fear that man. Ever.
No. He wants.
But he tried to come out big and bad with this spear in his hand.
Go inside. Go inside. Go, sir. You're just trying to. I mean, it did. I was dead. The guy was like, "Be blessed." When you hear somebody say, "Be blessed," that means do not contact me anymore.
Be blessed.
Be blessed is the nicest thing you can say.
Eliminate me from your mind.
Don't. Do not call my phone ever.
Delete it.
It was weird. It was awkward. It was embarrassing. Like, what was that? Like, come on.
Yeah. And he's pissed, and she feels bad. She tries to talk to him about it, but he's like, "You made it clear. This is your house. You made it clear that, after I told you how I felt, that you didn't want anything to do with me. So, it's cool."
Yeah, nothing else to say. It ain't. There's a lot more to say. Tracy throws around this lavish party. Everyone's living it up. He's having a good time, but he does not want these cameras around. He's over it. Like, he really just wants to enjoy his lady, his friends, another year of life. What do these cameras do for? So, at this time, Veronica's talking to Layne. They're talking about everybody, like, what's going on with you, what's going on with this. And Veronica, as she's talking, she's taking huge chunks of bites of food. And listen, no judgment. I do it for the big girls. I like to eat. I understand. But in this particular instant, a couple things came to my mind. I thought, okay, maybe she's just eating her feelings, stress eating. Like, a lot is going on. She had a struggle with her weight in college. So, like, maybe it's just her way of coping, eating. Or she's eating for you. She's pregnant. So I am definitely leaning more towards the pregnancy.
Yeah.
That's drama, and I love it. So
especially because he mentioned nursery earlier.
But he mentioned he didn't want a nursery.
Yeah.
So at this time, Aaron makes a big announcement. He makes an announcement that he's retiring. Everybody's like, whoa, shocked. And the camera guy, you're fired. Can you do it again? I couldn't hear you. Fired. But I loved how Tracy didn't make him say it again. She just said, okay, cheers to Aaron. We're moving on. Like, she still, like, wants to make him feel comfortable. It's in the moment.
She gave the cameras something they could use, like a big toast. And at the same time, she was, like, being supportive of her man.
Exactly. I love it. Let me tell you something. This is episode 7. Episode 1, I was not here for Tracy and Aaron. But episode 7, they're my favorite couple. I love them.
They have a beautiful history. Well, not beautiful history, but they have a beautiful relationship.
Yeah. So she held it down. So they're in the car going home. And he's upset. He's still upset, like, about these stupid cameras. And she's like, no, we agreed for them to be here. It is what it is. Like, I just feel like he kind of should have just been, like, annoyed, but it's like, it is what it is. Like, we have a contract. We got to finish. Let's just finish out the season or whatever. Because at this time, they're talking. I'm thinking they're having an intimate moment. Cameraman is
in your face.
In their face. So it's an invasion of privacy. I can't imagine, like, being a reality star and just having the camera in the face all day. You always have to be on. Yeah.
And Tracy, I mean, she's in her element at this point.
But I think also with Tracy, like, she loves it, but I think it's not the only thing she's about. Like, she still wants to do her business, her food company. So I can see, I feel like she can find a way to like shift the spotlight, like get a cooking show or something. So I think as long as she's on somebody's TV, I don't think it has to be reality TV for her. But we don't know.
We don't know. Also on the way home, Ken is happy as hell because, you know, he done made 3 clients at this party. Like, he was working the room. And Veronica was trying to do the same thing, but he kept interrupting her and pulling her aside to be his wing woman and make sure he closed his deals. And he kind of jokes like, oh, can you do that at every event? Like, be my wing woman. And, you know, that kind of annoys her because it's like, I'm trying to do me. I'm trying to build my empire as well. Like, I can't do that and then be your wing woman at the same time. Like, what's not clicking? You have to understand that I had this life before you entered it, and I need you to respect that boundary. But it takes me a minute, like, oh, I'm sorry, babe. Like, I didn't know that, you were trying to do your own thing or whatever, and that I ruined the moment for you. But, you know, we again with the French.
Yes,
we working on our empire. We both said, you know, we don't want kids. And I'm like, did we though?
One. You said that's the dream, right? No kids, dual income, right? That's the dream.
I said, who said that?
Who said that? Because it's interesting. I can't recall Veronica ever saying she don't want kids, but I also don't recall her saying she do or don't. Like, I don't see either one. Because at one point we didn't even see her in a relationship, so we just don't know what her what she wants as far as kids. So Deon and Layne, they're back home, and Layne is like, we need to communicate right now. So Deon's kind of like, I won't be here any long, so there's not really much to talk about. I got a new job. I got a new job. Let's set some rules. Let's just check in before we bring anyone home. I think that's fair. I think that's something we can both do. So he's like, it's weird. So she finally explains, like, she's like, you know what? You're right. It is weird it was weird seeing you with someone else. He's like, what you talk? When have I been with anyone? What you talk?
Not what you talk.
What you talk? So she explains what she saw. Confusion. She explains what she saw, and he's like, that's why you've been acting weird? What?
I saw you have sex with a girl. He said, did you now?
Who? We? Me? He said, not I. Sex with who?
You might want to get your eyes checked, baby girl.
He says that she didn't see what she thought she saw.
Right.
And I've been hung up on you this whole time. So I don't know. Nothing would have ever happened. You've been the only girl on my brain. So it's real. So obviously I got her feeling good. She feeling good. She feeling great. So they give a little flirty, like, oh, well, I'm glad we cleared everything up. They give each other the eyes, blah, blah, blah.
But we'll talk.
They go to bed, but obviously there's still sexual tension.
Yeah.
And they got to release on their own.
Yeah, they both went to sleep sexually frustrated, thinking about each other.
Yes.
So they had to take care of themselves.
Right. I was waiting for one of them to go into the other person's room.
I thought one of them would get up and go to the other person's room, but I guess it's too soon.
It's too soon. Deon doesn't QCC. Let's go to let's hop into our question, comment, concerns, aka the writer's room.